If your parents tell you you already came down to eat breakfast and you were sleeping the whole time? Thank you, Amanda, for sharing this story, and let's continue. That this would happen to her all the time, that her parents would say they would see her in her room or they would see her in the bathroom, and then she'll be in a different part of the house, and they could never explain how did she get from one room to the next without passing them by. That what really terrified her about this interaction that her parents said that they had with her during breakfast was that they discussion about everything that had happened during that week to her. Now, she had not told them anything about losing her job. She didn't tell them anything about her and her boyfriend's breakup. She had not told them anything about how she failed her exam. She had kept that to herself. She hadn't even shared it with a friend. And her parents knew every single detail to everything. Of course, not trying to argue with her, her parents was like, look, you ate off that plate. And they showed her the plate that she ate from. Only that, but they also showed her the stain on her shirt where she by mistake had earlier had spilled syrup on. I didn't know what to say. She just couldn't put it together. How did she forget that whole entire interaction? How did she forget spilling the syrup? How did she forget eating off that plate? She was truly concerned with her mental health. Calm her down, just tells her maybe you just forgot. Maybe you're so stressed out that you completely forgot about everything. And that's what happened. Being adamant that she had not forgotten anything, she picked up a waffle and started eating it. And her mom was like, you know, you just had a whole plate of food, you're going to throw up. And she's like, no, I am starving, Mom. I did not eat. I promise you, I did not eat. That was not me. And they're like, how it wasn't not you if there's a stain on your shirt proving it was you? Trying to prove a point, Amanda finished a whole nother plate of food. And her mom just dismissed it, and her dad just walked away. Amanda tells a friend about the situation, and her friend suggests, hey, how about you set up a camera in your room when you go to sleep and see what happens and let it run for 24 hours. At this point in time, phones didn't have high quality resolution, so she had a Sony camera that had the screen in the back, and she had a memory card. So what she did was she put the memory and wiped it clean, and then charged the battery until it was full capacity and the light was green, and she put it into the Sony camera. Set up the camera right on her dresser, facing her, and she went to sleep. The very next day, she forgot about the camera and went straight to school. So she got back home that she decided to check the camera, and the camera had already died. So she decided to take the battery out and charge it and then place it back into the camera. The first 2 hours of the footage, she's sleeping. There's nothing weird, nothing going on. But then she realized about 4 hours in, like a glitch occur, and she's standing up. Another glitch occurred and she's laying back down. So she just assumed maybe there was something wrong with the camera. Maybe she had woken up in the middle of the night and she didn't remember. And she laid back down and the camera didn't catch the whole thing. She saw it. In the corner of the room, there was like this black shadow, darker than the rest of the room, just basically glide over towards her and cover her whole entire body. The next things that she saw was straight out of an Exorcist movie, and she could not understand how she did not remember any of it. She said that she saw herself levitate and her body refusely shake. Her body just put back down on the bed. Now, for the rest of the camera footage, there was nothing else, she said, just that. And to her, that was enough. She didn't want to know anything else. Said that when she went to go show her friend the footage, the whole memory card was wiped clean. First, Amanda's friend starts questioning her, has anything been given to you, like a gift, or do you remember going somewhere that you weren't supposed to go? Did you bring something into the house that wasn't supposed to be there? And Amanda says no, nothing has been given to her, fed to her, nothing. She can't recall anything. The only thing she says that she did as a kid when she was younger was try to learn how to astral project because she thought it was cool and she read it on a magazine. Her friend did some research and they found out that you can't be seen when you're astral projecting by the naked eye. However, what she did want to know is how was it possible that she was in her room but yet she was downstairs having a full meal with her parents at the same time. She's never been able to get that answer to that situation ever. Does anybody else know the answer to that question, or what do you guys think that was?